Good morning, everybody. Hey, I wanted to go over our roadmap number 7, seeing that tomorrow is July 1st, the 7th month, the 7th roadmap. So I'm going to go over that with you today. And it says it's the road trip to recovery, roadmap number 7. Piece by piece, he looked at every broken part, and I honestly asked him what needed to go. When he revealed what they were, I fearfully handed them over to his will. I got honest with God. And the verse is Proverbs 4:4. He also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words, keep my commands, and live. I finally realized how much I was fooling myself. Amen. How many times do we feel like, we can lie to ourselves? It just doesn't work. So, like I said, we're in the 7th month, the 7th roadmap, the 7th step. The step itself says we humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. Step 6 is we became entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of characters. Defects of characters, character flaws, shortcomings, same thing. All right. So, piece by piece, God looked at every broken part. How many broken parts do we have? As we've plowed through different walls of our life, different experiences that we've gone through, we have left so much junk and debris laying around, but we're still carrying around a lot. And they're all broken. Why do we want to carry around broken pieces all over the place? It's why? So, I'm looking at my list here. 194 character defects. And this is just a list that I found as we were going through step 6, just to give us an idea. The main character defects, there's anger and anxiety and worry and pride, arrogance, stuff like that. But there's a lot more that we can call defects. I think of them more as flaws, but God's going to go with us. He's going to sit down and he's going to show us which needs to go, because you're entirely ready now. You've gone through all these different steps. We start off in roadmap 1 where you hit the wall and knew you were totally out of control. And right at that moment, I admitted I was powerless over my addictions and my life had fallen apart. I needed God. Then we moved into roadmap 2. Dazed and confused, I opened my eyes and I realized that God was real because I survived hitting my wall. As I shook off the dust, I knew he loved me, he cared for me, and had plans for me. He picked me up, patched me up, and put me on his path. I found God. Then we move into roadmap 3. We're traveling along that path. He's picked you up, patched you up, and he's put you on that path. So now he led me back to where I came from, and he showed me I had to face my past. I made a decision. I surrendered. He took my hand, and we walked back through the shambles I had made of my life. I followed God. He's beginning to show us, okay, you realize that he is your God. You realize that he's real. He's got a plan for you, and now he's going to slowly walk you through this. It's not going to happen overnight. Amen. And then we move on to roadmap 4. I looked at all the wreckage, and as horrible as it was, he showed me what could be salvaged. Yeah, there's a lot of junk there, but a lot of it can be salvaged. But first, you got to sort through the debris and clean up the mess. That's when you trust God. He's going to show you. And then we moved down the road a little ways to roadmap 5, and I stopped making excuses, and I got real with God. I told him everything I'd been hiding behind that wall, and he set me free of the guilt that I'd been hanging on to for so long. Why do we hold on to that guilt and that shame? That's when we open up and we talk to God. Amen. Last month, we were working on roadmap 6. I stepped up on my own, just me and God. He shined his light on my character flaws, and I humbly submitted to every change he wanted to make in my life. I submitted to God. You're beginning to trust him now. You know that he's got a plan for you. He's working with you. And so now it's piece by piece, he's going to look at every broken part, every character flaw. And you're going to ask him, what needs to go? What do I really need to let go of? There's going to be a bunch. And then he's going to reveal what they were, what they are. And you're going to fearfully hand them over to his will. You're going to humbly give him these flaws that you have, these broken parts that you have. Give them to God. Get honest with him and let him take care of it. You know, it says here, I finally realized how much I was fooling myself. You are fooling yourself if you think you can do it yourself. Amen. So, so think of those character flaws that you have. I'm looking at this list. There's anger, anxiety, and they're in alphabetical order. Anger, anxiety, argumentative, arrogance, beating yourself up, beauty, bigotry, blaming others. That's a huge one. Boastfulness, cheating, choosing easy prey, or gossip. A lot of us, we have that. Closed-mindedness, competitive, conceit, condemning, cowardness, critical, dishonesty, egotistical, envious, fantasizing, frustration, gluttony, gossiping, greed. It goes on and on. Is that a broken part that you have? Think about those broken parts that you have. Think about those things that you're holding on to. He wants to go through them with you. And he's ready, when you're ready, to ask him, help me get rid of this. He's ready to take them from you. He's ready to do it. Get honest with God. Get honest with yourself. And know that those broken parts that you have, those shortcomings, those character flaws, those character defects, you don't need to carry them around anymore. You use them at one time to get you through things. Maybe you were traumatized, abused, whatever your reasons for using, whatever your addictions, compulsions, habits, whatever reason why you had those, it's time to let go of some of those, because now let God become your compulsion. Let reading your word become a compulsion. I would love to know that that is my addiction. I'm addicted to Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So, get honest with God. It says here, he also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words and my commands and live. Proverbs 4:4. So let's do it. I'm just looking at here on the notes here. So just remember, stay strong in the word. He's going to point to you what needs to go. As you build yourself up, you're working these steps, you're on that road trip to recovery. And he is showing you, stay on the path. Don't go left, don't go right. Stay on the path. And he's going to walk you through it, because you are his child. And as our Father, he only wants the best for you. He only wants you to be healthy, to be spiritually right with yourself and with him. That's all I can say, So just remember, he's going to look at every broken part. And when you honestly tell him, God, it needs to go, he's ready to take it from you. So think about what your shortcomings are. That's what we were working on in step 6. That's why I have this list here. If anybody's interested in this list, let me know. I can send it to you. And you can take a look and decide how many of these 194 character defects are part of my life, part of my character. I know I had a bunch in there. So, hey, you guys, stay safe, stay blessed. Remember, God's got a plan for you. He's got a roadmap for you. He's going to lead you down his path. Amen. Hey, you guys, God bless.